Let's do this. My husband will probably be home like any minute. Let's talk about all of this. I actually just took apart my entire shelf for this video, so you're welcome. Behind me, I have a new Conjuring of comics. These are comics that are very, very special to me, that I will talk more in depth a little later. But my best friend of 18 years is a comics artist and has a webcomic up that I would love to tell you about. And I got a first look while they were in their last year of high school, first year of college, of the pilot for what is now a webcomic that is unfinished. Get on your A game, buddy. That I graciously have, and then 2 other comics that I asked for physical copies of because I want their work. And I now have a book that their work is in that's a bunch of polyamorous anthologies. It's currently loaned at a friend's house, or else it would also be showcased up there. So, I will get to that. I'm very thrilled to make this. I figured now would be a great time to get a start on that. We're gonna start with these stacks over here. These are all my comics. I'll tell you what I've read, what's nostalgic, and what I haven't read. Even though they're comics, you'd think I'd read them. But I haven't, so... Let's start with this. This is the entire Maximum Ride series, graphic novel edition by Robert Patterson? James Patterson? Robert Patterson. Anyways, these are, I remember reading these with my best friend Tori, and I ended up finding all of them at a Goodwill sometime last year, and they were, I think, $1 a piece, or $2 a piece, and I ended up with all 6. So, I remember a lot of this series. I never read the actual books. I know that these books pissed a lot of people off because the ending kind of sucked. I only ever remember reading the graphic novels as a teenager, and I don't remember a ton, so I will probably be rereading these, and I'll probably be just as disappointed as I was when I finished it the last time. So we're gonna put these on the floor. Next up, I have the Heartstoppers series. Bingo, minus book 1. Chris, why don't you have book 1? Because I loaned it to a coworker, and then a week later, that coworker quit. So I don't have the book anymore. And I need to replace the book. So probably when I do my book haul, I will probably buy the book, and I believe there's a 5th book in this series that I also don't own. No, I did not watch the Netflix adaptation. I wanted to finish the series, and then I didn't. Heartstopper series. Next up, I have the Amulet series, which another nostalgic read for me. Another one that my buddy Tori got me into, that I was borrowing their copies, and then I went to a Goodwill bins at one point and ended up with, I believe, the entire series. I could be very wrong. It's been a long time. I think there's more in this series. But yeah, I think the entire, like, up to book 6, and it's really funny because I did not have books 1 through 4 recently, because another incident where I loaned the books to a coworker, and then that coworker walked out.
If I had a nickel for every time I was doomed by a puppet, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
And then they still had books 1 through 4, and I haven't seen that coworker in about 1.5 years, almost 2 years, and recently, in the last month, they reached out to me and said, hey, I still have your books, I just found them, can I drop them off with you? And I was like, oh my god, please do. So yeah, I have my books back, and then I had no room on my shelf for them because I had just cut it as a loss at that point. So, I have the Amulet series. This one's we're just gonna get this one out of the way. I just bought this for my husband, but this is also for me, and I intend to buy the rest of the Legendary editions. I mean, given my tattooed arm, I'm a big Zelda fan. You know, Zelda. Hiya! Just kidding. That was rage bait. Okay. My husband's home. I've been caught. Hi, honey. How was work?
Good.
Great. Great.
Oh, you're actively recording right now?
Yeah.
I'll take myself out.
No, you're fine.
See myself out.
You're okay.
I was never here.
Next up, we have Mooncakes, which I've recently talked about as I finished this on my 4-year anniversary. This was super cute. I'm glad I picked this up at Goodwill. It was a phenomenal culinary read. And just also, like, I can't say it's a culinary read. It's so funny, because there's not really a ton of culinary in the book. But it was a really fun, like, magical read. Let's put it that way. Next up, I have an Adventure Time comic that I also got from Goodwill for $2 that I have not read. I have not read this, but I do love Adventure Time. I've cosplayed from Adventure Time. Here's a cringy photo of me as Prince Gumball. Thanks. Anyways, so this is a comic I'm just interested in because I like Adventure Time, and also, of course, it's beautifully done. Gorgeous. Oh, I got this one from Goodwill too. I get a lot of my books secondhand. I try to get a lot of my books secondhand. Let me rephrase. This is Strange Planet by Nathan Pyle. It's just his compilation of a lot of stuff that you'll see on Instagram. I'm sure you've seen his work before. It's just in book form. I found it, again, at Goodwill. It's just a little short comics you can find, all compiled into a little book. Lovely. Speaking of people you'll probably recognize from Instagram or TikTok, Adam Ellis. This is his horror shorts compilation. This was a book my husband wanted to pick up. We picked it up. It's great. I love his cartoony style. It's changed so much, actually, since his release of this book. His art style looks completely different. And I'm very glad that it's changed so much and that it's evolving. And I follow him, and he's such a fun, cool guy, very supportive, and yeah. I do recommend this book. I've seen this at various libraries, so I would highly recommend checking this out. It is fun. There is some, like, pretty intense, like, weird horror stuff. There's some trypophobia. There's, like, blood, like the ribbon neck lady, and then her head falls off of the ribbon. You know, stuff like that. Oh my gosh. I bought these forever ago. Because they looked interesting, and you'll never believe it, I have never read either of these comics. This is Descenders by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen? I'm really bad at pronunciations. I apologize. We'll give you a good look at that. I have book 1 and book 2. I don't know if there's any more books in this. I haven't read them, though. I feel like I've tried picking them up a decent bit. The art style is what intrigued me, the, like, watercolor style. I always intended to read them, and then I just never got around to it. But I quite literally own them, so I can pick them up whenever. It's not like I have a return date. Anyways, I do have these. I picked these up a long time ago. I found book 1, I want to say when I was a teenager at a Comic-Con, and that's when I purchased it, and then I found book 2 later at an actual bookstore. So, more stuff I have picked up at Comic-Con. We're getting into the stuff I picked up at Comic-Con section. This is The Suicide Forest by Torres Hernandez. There we go. It's not on the cover. That was wild. More stuff. Oh my god. I know it's from Comic-Con because the back of it says $9 Cosmic Monkey, which was with the booth name. This was most likely not Emerald City Comic-Con. Actually, no, it would have been Emerald City Comic-Con. Because it was the one I didn't go with my friend, and it was with my parents, and I distinctly remember my mom following me around at the different comic booths, because I was wearing my buddy's cosplay that I had asked to borrow specifically for the con. And, insert cringy picture of me here. And I couldn't get my hands out of the fists, and so I was trying to direct my mom to the comics I wanted. Listen, my cosplay days, I'd love to say, are behind me, but there's cringy content of that on my TikTok page. So, I don't really want to go there. It's just a Deadpool comic. Why not? My buddy's name is literally Wade, and it's funny because his favorite superhero is Spider-Man, and then he always ends up with a bunch of Deadpool stuff. And I thought it ironic, but this one, I took a picture of it and said, "Do you want a Deadpool comic?" Anyways, I wanted the Deadpool comic. This is mine. I have not read this. I haven't read The Suicide Forest either. I don't believe this is mine. I believe this is my husband's, and second, why is it volume 6? because I don't believe we have volumes 1 through 5. We have a Rick and Morty comic. Fun fact, I fucking hate Rick and Morty. I think it's stupid. I also don't like BoJack Horseman or Archer, or I don't like most adult animated series because I think they're stupid. But that's just me. Anyways, Rick and Morty comic. Have I watched most of Rick and Morty? Yes. Against my will? Also yes. Next up, I got this for Christmas. I have no idea what this is. My buddy Casey bought this for me, and it's a bunch of comics from Exploding Kittens, I believe. But it's 5 very good reasons to punch a dolphin in the mouth and other useful guides. With a pull-out poster. I don't know why, but this was gifted to me, and I was not mad about it, because when I opened it, I laughed pretty freaking hard. So, I have not read this. There's a lot in here. Ooh, let's do the pull-out poster. Okay, let's see. Oh my... Why I believe printers were sent from hell. It's a whole thing on why printers suck. This is absolutely going up in my house. My house is already chaotic as hell. This is absolutely going up in the house. That's so funny. Okay, moving on. I was gifted this from a coworker. At random, by the way. Like, unprompted, one of my older coworkers was just like, oh, hey, Chris, you read? And I'm like, I hope so.
Can you read?
Fuck. They gifted me, Merbalin Presents Strange, Dark, and Mysterious, The Graphic Stories, illustrated by Andrea Muti. I have not read this. I also don't know why this was gifted to me. But I'm not mad, because the art is really fun and watercolory, which is something I really like. And it's supposedly a bunch of short horror stories, and I mean, my coworkers know I like graphic novels, my coworkers know I like horror, so I mean, it was a very pleasant surprise. It kind of made me feel seen, because I was like, oh, wow. I mean, I bring a book to work when we get slow. I bartend, as most of you know. And so it was just kind of cool to be seen by my coworker, to be like, oh, hey, you're into this kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, here, I have this for you. And I was like, what? Next up I have Just So Happens by Fumio Obata. It's a graphic novel about a arty young Londoner's return home life in Japan. I feel like I've read this, but I don't think I have. I think I've gotten part of the way through this. So I have this one. I don't remember when I bought this or where, because I don't remember buying this brand new. Next up we have the world's worst version of this book. And I say that for one reason. So I have Nemona's graphic novel by N.D. Stevenson. I love this book. I hate this cover of the book because it has the perma Netflix sticker. But I got the book secondhand for dirt cheap. So, I'm not going to complain that hard, but I wish people would quit doing this. My book I'm currently reading right now, The One, had a about to be a TV series adaptation, like black sticker. There was a regular sticker. And I was like, I can just peel this off. Well, you'll never believe it, when I peeled it off, there was another sticker and it was permanent. Do you know how annoyed I was about this? Oh my god. Bugged the shit out of me. Anyways, so Nimona, but I have the one that has like a bajillion printed on stickers. I don't mind the National Book Award finalist one, but I do not like the Netflix film one. For the record, if you haven't seen Nimona on Netflix, it's really good. I think they did a really good job depicting their work. Sorry. Next up, I have The Masterful Cat is Depressed Again Today, book 9 and 10. Specifically 9 and 10, because I read almost all of these books at the library, and then they didn't have 9 and 10 at the library, and the goal was to buy 9 and 10, read them, and then donate them to the library so that other people could read 9 and 10, but then my husband never read book 9 and 10, and they've just been sitting on my shelf. So at this point, I also really enjoyed the manga, which I was not anticipating, excuse me, and so at this point I might just buy the whole series, because I will reread it, because I really liked it, but I also have to have room for the whole series, so again, that's back on the burner of potential buys. We'll see where it goes. Next up, we have Brie Paulson's Garlic and Vampire. If you get a chance to read this at your local library, if you purchase it, whatever, please do. This book is so good. I love this book. I have reread this book 2 times now because it's so cute, and every time I see it and think about it and look at it, I'm like, I gotta read it again. It's a great book. It's a great graphic novel, and I absolutely 120% highly recommend it. This is a 5-star graphic novel for me. Absolutely love it. The character designs are great, the vampire is fun, and the human lady is just kind of aloof and a little oblivious at the same time. So I think it's just really fun. Give it a go. It's quirky. I love it. Alright, girlies. You're not ready for this, but I'm going to unlock the girlie's childhood. Do we understand? Good. Because I have one of the original debut issues, #1 of the Winx Club. That's right, baby. This thing has traveled with me forever. I'm pretty sure I got this at a Scholastic book fair in elementary school. And it's got water damage, and it's in terrible condition because I read the shit out of this book, but goddammit, I still have the book. That's right, debut. 4kids.tv. Catch Winx Club every Saturday morning. I lied. This was after it. Oh my god. Look at these cheesy girls, bro. That's right. Be jealous. So yeah, I've been carrying this around forever, since literally elementary. 20 years of my life, I've been carrying around this comic book. And it's pretty beat up. From the back, you can see where there's been water damage and stuff. And this book, I mean, the spine's not in great condition, the corners aren't, but I'm not looking for resellability, damn it. Collector, it's not even a collector edition. Ooh, another one I got at Comic-Con, but I think I got these ones, I think all of these ones at Rose City Comic-Con a long time ago. So I have one of the Walking Dead issues. I really need to get some of the plastic films, because I've been carrying these around since I moved out of my parents' house in 2017, and they've been moving with me ever since, and I really should put them in some of the plastic containers to keep them a little nicer, but also I'm not like a die-hard collector, and again, I don't really go for resale value, so eh. Next up, I bought this because, first of all, War Hamster and the Dork Tower. Just funny. I'm pretty sure my dad bought this for me because I showed it to him and he was like, you have to have that. And so I have it. A lot of these are just going to be some like weird comics that we just picked up. And it's so funny because the War Hamster comic isn't about this. These are like it says issue 12, 295, but like it's the cartoony style is so funny to me. Because, like, the cover makes it seem like it's gonna be this, like, super intense, like, literal Warhammer style shit, but with a hamster, so I love that. Oh, yes! Okay, this is one of these, okay, this is a weird one. Okay, nobody seems to remember these. When I was in middle school and sophomore year of high school, Dutch Brothers was doing Dutch Bros Freedom Fighters comics, and I begged my mom to take me to Dutch Bros to get to the release for book 2, and then book 3, and they were out of book 3 when we went to go. I got book 1 when we were still living in Forest Grove, and me and my buddy Tori went, and I got the freaking Dutch Bros comics, okay? Is that not crazy? They have like a whole cast of people, and I feel like nobody remembers these. And I have book 1 and book 2. I begged my mom. We went to 3 different Dutch Bros to get a hold of this copy. We went to the Foursquare one, the Cornelius one, and my mom drove me all the way to Hillsborough to get book 2. Or to get comic 2. And they actually had it. And I was freaking geeking. And it's so funny because nobody knows what the fuck these are anymore. So there's that. Let me geek out for that real quick, okay? Next up, I have some comics I got from... Oh, shoot. What is that place called? It's in, like, the industrial district down in Portland. Oh, shoot. If I remember, I'll stick it on screen. My dad took me. And I got some comics. So I have the Superman issues. Because I was gonna get into Superman, and then I found out I don't know. I don't know still. My parents thought I was really into, like, Batman for a long time. I don't like Batman. I think Batman's a little bitch. I'm gonna make a lot of the DC people mad. I'm sorry. I just think the billionaire complex is really getting to me. And then I have an Avengers comic. Next we have Hiroka Samura, Blade of the Immortal. I have read this. It's pretty good. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I read it. It was a lot of drama. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not as much action as I thought there was gonna be. Teenage brain. Next I have Scoin. Scoin. I've also read this one. It gave me, like, He-Man vibes, and I was like, yeah. I ended up with it. Next up, we have Shelby Stone and the Tomb of Tara. Oh my god. Taroa. Wow. I think this is... Did I get this signed? Oh, I could have sworn I got this signed. My mom bought this for me. My mommy bought this for me. Because she thought I would like the art style. And also, Shelby is the name of my grandmother. So, this art style is really cute. I do like it. I did read it at one point. Do I remember anything about it? No. Should I probably reread it? Yeah. I'm surprised at how well of a condition this is still left in. So. Okay. Back at it again with, okay, girlies. Bring it in. I'm going to give you another nostalgic childhood graphic novel. Are we ready? Scholastic Book Fair. Jingle, jingle.
Jingle, jingle, pay attention.
Witches. Oh, yeah. I have one of the OG Witches books. I think this is also volume 1. No, this is volume 2. I have no idea where volume 1 is. Gone into the ether. That's right, baby. It's the girls that turn into little fairies. They're witches. Look at them. Please tell me anybody remembers these. And then I have a Plants vs. Zombies comic that I got from Goodwill Bins at one point. Because I was really, really into the DS version of Plants vs. Zombies. I, like, replayed it. Like, it was... I went nuts. I went freaking nuts. Okay, cool. Okay, let's get to my favorite part here. I'm gonna take these down. I don't know if you can find 2 of these comics. I know you cannot find this one. You can find my friend of 18 years, Tori, who is a graphic novel artist. I'm just gonna leave all of their stuff right here, where you can find their work. So this is Iona Meets the Sky. This was a 24-hour comic book day. So and it's great. Their art is phenomenal. I love them. Yes. Anyways. Yes. They're lovely. So I own this one, and then I asked for Running Not Running. It's about a little robot guy and a little person. And they're, like, diving through a very, like, Mad Max style-esque stuff. I really hope my friend is gonna be mad at me for blasting their artwork all over the place, but yeah. They have really phenomenal character designs, and they work a lot with queer identities. I also have a comic strip in my bedroom that's this really long comic about them trying to piece their own familiarity out and coming into their own. I'm actually going to leave that one not on the screen because I feel like that one was a little more personal. This is the Waxfellow pilot. You can find Waxfellow comic here for free to read. It is not finished, but you can read it here. This is the pilot episode. I've read their webcomic up to the point that they're at like 2 or 3 times now, and I'm like begging at this point, like, please continue. Please, we've waited so long for an update. I'm going to save my friend the embarrassment of showing the internals of this comic because I'm pretty sure they would roast me alive on a spit, because this is like a college or high school final thing, and their art has improved immensely since then, 10-fold actually, and I'm pretty sure they would roast me alive if I showed the internals of this, so I'm going to spare them at least that. And also these character designs are not nearly what they are in the official webcomic at this point, so please go check out my friend's webcomic and convince them to keep posting because I miss it. And that is all of my graphic novels and comics. That was a lot. That's actually only one section of my bookshelf, like one cabinet. All of this fits in there, which is funny because looking at it on the floor, it does not look like it would fit. I don't know how I've done it, but I've done it. Okay, that's all I have. I'm pretty sure my husband is hiding either in the bathroom or in the bedroom right now so that I can finish this video, and he just got home from work, so I'm going to cook dinner because I had the day off and it's my turn to cook. And also, yeah, anyways. You don't know.